here we go, family. So Donald Trump and administration are tossing around an idea to offer up $5,000 to American citizens to have more babies. They say that American birth rates are doing poorly and are dwindling. But if you ask me, this is, just being put out there, as all American, reproduction is dwindling, when in all actuality, this is more so geared towards the dominant white society. Their birth rates are dwindling and struggling. So, they keep the focus off of that. They just, make the thing real general to keep it vague, to keep the spotlight off of what's really going on. That's them white birth rates are dwindling and struggling because we in foundational Black American society, our birth rates are doing perfectly fine. We doing well. So this is more geared toward the dominant white society, and it's rooted in a white supremacist ideology, a fear of them having a genetic annihilation and them being genetically wiped out and them not being able to reproduce as, fast as what they dying off. And, although I don't agree with it, this is why white supremacist society, racially targets, misuses, and abuses people based off of race to ensure that the white race has added insulated protection, and this coupled with the fact of, them being melanin deficient, and them having a war, with the sun, of them being melanin deficient. This is why they genetically, modify all of these foods and, create an artificial society in hopes of, added insulated protection to the dominant white society, which if you ask me, you can't prevent the inevitable, because also if any of the family remembers, this is why the Republican Party was pushing that anti-abortion thing, because you could bet your last dollar they don't give a damn about no black babies or black life. That's more so geared towards ensuring that white people are adding babies to the white population. They don't give a damn about no black babies in black society. Although I don't agree with abortion, there is certain cases where abortions are necessary, in my opinion, such as if the lady doesn't consent to it, she's raped, and doesn't essentially lay down with that, individual, she should have the right to, get an abortion. And although, again, I don't agree with abortion, it should be, if people are going to do that, that's up to them, but it should be, talked about by the man and the woman. They should both, come to a conclusion and an agreement on it. So I got the audio and the video of, Donald Trump and administration tossing around an idea, to give $5,000 to American citizens because they say American, birth rates is low, which is a finesse, to take the spotlight off of what the real is, and that is the dominant white society's birth rates are doing poorly and dwindling, and they dying off, more faster than what they reproducing. And we're gonna walk through and talk about this thing how we normally do, family. Fair use.
Have a baby and get $5,000 for it? That is just one of the ideas that the Trump administration is reportedly tossing around to get birth rates up. The New York Times is reporting there are ideas on the table like a National Medal of Motherhood for women with 6 children or more. There's even a $5,000 baby bonus for every new mother. A third idea is to fund programs that educate women on when they are ovulating and able to conceive. It is not yet clear whether the White House is seriously considering these measures.
See, these people tossing around and doing everything under the sun they can, to ensure their survival. But if you ask me, it's no preventing the inevitable, and this is more so geared towards the dominant white society and they low birth rate struggling and dwindling, because we in FBA society, our birth rates are doing well, perfectly fine. Just my thoughts on the matter, but this is done to, get them white birth rates up. Peace.